Welcome back. And now, with just Safari Rally a number of days away, we're here to talk about the preparations that are being put in place by a number of drivers ahead of the World Rally Championship event. And of course, on set with me is Caroline Gatimu, the navigator for Tinashe Gatimu. That's the mother and the daughter rally team. And also they are one part of the four all-female crew that's being supported and sponsored by the government. That's under the Talanta Hela initiative. Karibu sana Caroline Gatimu on set on Y254, and we are to talk about the rally and how your Subaru N10 is all ready to rave in the gravel, the race that's considered to be one of the toughest rally on the planet. But of course you did it last year, so we all here to talk about your experiences last year and how that will be crucial in this year's event, right? But let's begin by talking about your journey. You know, how you picked up rally and how you introduced maybe Tinashe and to the rallying, and did you grow up in a family that had people who are rallying, or you love cars on TV? How did you pick up rallying?
Thank you very much, Okumu, for having me here. It's great, it's humbling, it's a great honor. Our journey in rallying, when did we start? Let me start from when we were children. We all know that the safari rally those days used to be over Easter, when we were kids, and used to go all out into the it used to go from Nairobi, KICC, of course, then going to the towns, Limuru, everywhere. Yeah. So what we used to do is my mother used to take us for flag-offs and at the end at KICC. So that's why we all used to see Kina Shekameta, Kina Vic Preston, Kina who else? Patrick Njiru.
Yeah, Michelle Moto.
And yes, and that's how. So we grew up liking cars, loving cars, and everything. Even when I grew up, I ended up being a mechanic by profession. So you see, we still cars again. I got married, of course, now to a mechanic as well. So the journey with the children. No, let me say before the children. Now, in 2008, we started doing these motor events in 2008, where we started with the 4x4 events, where we used to go to Athi River. They give us tackling, you're given hurdles to tackle within the shortest time possible. So that's why we started, my husband and I, and we used to take the children. We took the children everywhere we went with us. So they would come, and of course they're wondering what they're doing, so they sit at a corner. At the end of the day, we go home, of course. Then how Tinashe started in this is Tina used to read books when we used to go out into the bush, and we were watching the cars and everything. But around about when she was 14, 15, she started gaining an interest now in rally driving. From there, we grew. I used to drive the two-wheel drive Toyota Levin in the two-wheel drive category. We went on with it until autocross. Then she started in a Magibag. Then she went on to the Levina. So that's why we used to do the autocross events, where we compete against each other. And actually, she's beaten me a couple of times in autocross. So she's grown up to be a very good driver. Our journey into now rallying, where you have a navigator driver, you started in the Lioness with her. I drove, she navigated. We came out third, and she was so excited. So of course, the autocross journey continues all the way up until last year, when we were reached out under Talanta Hela Ladies Rally Team to rally. I was supposed to drive. Then along the way we discussed, she can drive, she can do this. Then we said, okay, fine, let her drive. So that's how she ended up driving last year in 2023. And she actually ended up 10th, and I navigated her. So we had a lot of fun.
Yes, during the last year's Safari Rally.
Yes.
And how is that experience crucial to this year now? Coming from last year, because it was a very good opportunity for us to be able to also nurture her talent, and as young as she was, and also nurturing the others. We're looking forward to this year, because now I'm confident that she can drive. I'm confident that she can do those stages. Of course, last year, being a driver, of course, you're thinking, will she be able to tackle? Can she do this? There's a certain area, Sleeping Warrior, I wasn't too sure. We slept, it was dry, we woke up, it had rained. So of course, the whole terrain changes. But she was able to handle it, and I'm confident this year now she'll be able to do better. Yes. And of course, the confidence that you express is all about the preparations. Talk about the preparation that you've had so far.
We have a great team behind who's running our cars, the Assad and his team, which is the ecosystem. Well, that's his company, but they ran it for us last year. They ran it for us again this year, and we were confident about their cars last year, and I'm sure we will run a good race this year. I went Saturday to see the cars. They're okay. They're coming up very well. So this week, maybe towards the weekend, we're going to test drive them, and just to see how they are. Tina can handle them, because we drove the Evo 9 last year, and this is a Subaru N10. They're totally different. Handling is totally different. So we're going to go for practice, at least before she goes out there for recce. And of course, we don't recce in the rally car, but for her to gain experience just a little bit before the main event. So we're going to practice over the weekend. And also how we prepare mentally. Of course, there's the car that's being prepared, and us mentally, so you lift a few weights, you do a few exercises, you jump here and there, but we have to be very prepared mentally, and that's what we're doing, and physically as well.
Yes, and of course, safari being safari, it throws at you one of the curviest balls ever to everyone who is involved, and not to mention the weather.
Yes. Right now it's hot. Tomorrow it will rain. We don't know. Over Easter, everybody is saying it's going to rain, and that's the reason for it coming back to Easter. So we have that experience of what we used to do long time, racing in mud, the challenge and everything. So let's see how it goes. This year, all this is God-given weather, so we'll see how it goes at that time. But we're ready. We're ready for the challenge. Yes.
And of course, their expectations?
Our expectations are to finish. In a rally, we don't say you win. Of course, we want to win, but because a rally is an experience, baby steps all the way to the champions, where you want to become the #1 and flash Tundo and everyone. All respect to him, but it's a journey. So what we say in rally is, let me just finish. Let's just finish. We normally see the finish line and we're like, yay, at least we brought the car back home. That's what we call finishing. Yes. Yes,
and I remember one of the, the all-female crew is Pauline, and Pauline did, she holds, she prides herself, she holds that particular record of being the first female driver to finish a safari rally, and that's really has boosted her along the way. So I just imagine how important it is for you to finish the long, grueling race.
It's very, very important to have a finish. So most important, Pauline has really held our hands in all this rally, and she's putting us under the Talanta Hela initiative, encouraging us. So, and running the all ladies crew under that umbrella. We hold each other's hands. So even we wake up, we say, so have you jogged today? Sleeping? Okay. But we look out for each other, and she's really looked out for us, and I really appreciate her for that. And yeah, well.
And maybe talk about Talanta Hela and how them choosing to support an all-female crew. They did that last year. Do they have expectations?
To bring the car home. Yes, under the Talanta Hela initiative, that's how Talanta Hela Ladies Rally Team was born. And we got flagged off last year by the president, and of course, courtesy of, the CS was there as well. They really, really support us, and I think they really watch us and everything. So when we bring the cars home, they're very proud of our team. And I guess there's nothing else to expect apart from us to finish. Yes, and also, we're running under Talanta Hela. We're also going to run under Vivo Energy. Vivo Energy have been kind enough to come on board and take care of our fuel and everything, and our avgas and all that. Thank you to them. We also have individual sponsors as well. There's one who's coming on board called Ensign Insurance Brokers. They just come in a little big way, where they just give us something for refreshments and all that. So we have a couple of people coming on board, and we hope other people can come on board as well.
And maybe when you say that, it means that, rally is never a cheap sport. So what role do sponsors like maybe Talanta Hela and Vivo play? The type of fuel and how different it is, and also the type of how Talanta Hela have been able to lessen, the budgetary needs on your side.
The burden, what they've done is they've come on board 100%. So what happens is they take care of the car. Whatever they've given us, we'll take care of the car. We'll take care of our crew, who is very, very important. Those are people who are very important in the back office. They take care of the recce section. Basically, they take care of everything matters rally. Then Vivo now come in with their fuel, the avgas, which now we need it to burn faster. Well, you all know about burning faster and giving us the boost. And then the other people who come on board also, they really create a soft landing for us to be able to take part in the event. Yes.
Yes, indeed. And maybe we can talk about how much do you feel that being from doing racing or rallying from 2013 up to now, you know, you've been around people who are maybe ready to share their knowledge. How have you acquired that, and how you've really passed it on to Tina to help her become a better driver?
We call, in the rally family, we say we are all a family. When you're a driver, you go and ask another driver. When you go for recce, what did you see here? What did you see? You know, you kind of like share notes and you help each other. And also the gentlemen out there are always ready to help us ladies. There's no bias or anything. They're always ready to share their knowledge and their experience with us. And also for the navigators, there's a lot of so what did you see here? What did you see? There's a lot of, when you're setting up your clocks, what time did you do? We share a lot of notes when we're doing those events, and pre and post as well. Yeah.
Now, looking at this season, of course, there was the first leg, right, in the KNRC. What are your plans this year?
This year, the plans are to do autocross. In the calendar event, there are very many disciplines that are there, but there's autocross, there's KNRC events, there's RX, there's 4x4. But what we've chosen as a team, when I say as a team, we come from the 7-270 motorsport team, rally team. What 7-270 is, we nurture the young children from the 7-year-olds all the way until the 70-year-olds. So what the 70-year-olds is, in between, they hold our hands. Here we have young boys who are racing. We have young girls like Tinashe who are racing. We have ladies like me who are racing. We have the young gentlemen there. Then we have the old, we call them the veterans who are there. So what we did, we came together and came up with a team, the 7-270 motorsport team. And the idea here is to also nurture young people to come into the sport, and we help them take the course, right? So what we've planned as a team is we do the autocrosses for this season, and also the rally cross events for the season. And but you guys should come for those events. They're fun. They are a lot of fun. Yes, and if we have sponsors coming on board, of course, we shall engage into the Kenya National Rally Championship events for the remainder of the season. Yes, we are hoping this will be, for lack of a better word, like a curtain raiser for the rest of the sponsors to come on board, and we welcome them to come on board. We get into a partnership with them. Then, of course, we'll strike an agreement on what to do and what we need to do, what they need to do.
Nice one. So how would you describe the mother-daughter partnership? How would you describe them in terms of character and also personality, if you will have words to describe that particular partnership?
It's an amazing experience. It's an amazing experience when you get to rally with your children. It's awesome, and because what happens is that means they've taken after you, they've seen what you are doing, and of course it's a good thing, so they've taken it up. And what I would say is, Tina sometimes, I don't know that she calls me mom in the car. I don't know whether I ever call her Tina. Okay, of course I'll call her Tina at one point, but I can't quite remember whether she's ever called me mom. But in the team now, we become navigator driver, we become a crew, where now you trust each other's. You call out the note and trust she will do what you're telling her to do. And now her work now is to just take the car. And I will trust her to navigate the car through the section as best she can, you know, and carefully, of course. So it creates it's created another bond between us, such that it's unexplainable, but it's just created a closer bond.
Yes, and of course she could not be on this set because she's doing the exams.
Yes, she's doing her mock exams. She's in year 13. For us, education comes first, and even for any parent, I would say, I'm sure that's their first priority. So what we've done is we've put rally aside for a bit. Even this whole week, she's not going to look at the car. Yes, we'll discuss cars when we come in the evening, but a little bit, then she'll go back onto her studies. But that comes number one. And she's doing that so that we get it out of the way, so that by the time we go into next week and start next week, she's not thinking about anything else just now apart from the car. Yeah.
Well, how exceptional is she in school?
I would say we are blessed. She's very blessed. Yes, she does very well.
Yes, indeed. Yes. And your closing remarks?
My closing remarks is to the fans and to you as well. please come and join us in Naivasha. Come and see us. We are going to start off at KICC. We come to Kasarani. Please come and meet us, watch us at Kasarani at the Triple S. It's a short section, but be there early. Come and see also the big other WRC drivers, the Kenyan drivers, then the ladies. And then we'll see you in Naivasha. And to the fans out there, I hold this very dear, and I still pass the message across. Please don't drink and drive. Please don't drink and drive. And if you really, really, really must drink and drive, please have a designated driver. I can't say enough of this, and I'll not stop saying that. Yeah.
Yes, and that's Caroline Gatimu. She'll be teaming up with daughter Tina Gatimu in a Subaru N10. That's in this year's next week's WRC Safari Rally. We wish the team all the best as they anticipate to achieve their dreams on the gravel. That's the third round of the World Rally Championship. I'm Bernardo Kumo. Thank you so much for watching this particular section of this nice interview. Remember that KBC Channel 1 will also be showing the WRC Safari Rally live.
Thank you. Asante.